Hola everybody, it's Lynette Diaz-Madden. I'm back at you again with a heart-to-heart over nails and pedicures and feet and waxing. Today I just want to reiterate something that I had spoken about a couple weeks ago. Last week I was at the endodontist for some work I needed to be done, and the girls were complimenting my nails. And they asked me where I got them done, and I told them that I did them myself. So they started to tell me that they went to the places that are cheap, and that's exactly how they put it. Kind of bragging about it, actually. I go to the places because they're cheap. So, of course, I couldn't talk to them because, that's when they start asking you questions, when they have all that apparatus in your mouth and you can't talk. Although I really do think that some of those dentists and endodontists and orthodontists, they take some type of a language class that explains to them and teaches them how to understand people when they have that stuff in their mouths. But anyway, I'm just joking around. But I just wanted to touch base on this because these girls work in kind of like a sterile environment, and the way I explained to them was, would they allow the endodontist to put those implements that they just used on me in their mouth after the doctor was finished my procedure? And they kind of made a face at me, and I said, well, basically it's the same thing if you are going to a salon or a shop or a spa and they're not using either disposable files and washing and cleansing their implements according to industry standards, and they're just using it from person to person. So the information is out there, and I want to real quick go over some of these pictures I showed you the last time, but this is one that has the stick in this salt solution to scrub, brushes, nothing is fully submersed. As a matter of fact, there's nothing in that glass jar at all that would say that at least they're trying to clean some of the implements that are used on you. This is where I made the mistake on the last one. It's jets and drains. See how disgusting that is? These need to be cleaned daily for your safety. Another thing, these graters, not allowed to be used on your feet in the state of Pennsylvania. If you're not in Pennsylvania, you need to do a little bit of homework to find out what can and cannot be used on you. Why are you going to allow a tech to use something on your feet that they're not allowed to? Which brings me to the next one, the Credo, the razor, which everyone thinks that this is allowed to be used on their feet. Anyway, I have one. Does not have a razor. I bought this and nail glued it shut with brush on nail glue so my clients can see and I can show anyone what is not to be used on your feet in Pennsylvania. Banned in Pennsylvania. Do not ever let anyone use this on your feet. As a matter of fact, I don't care what state you're in, don't let anyone use this thing on your feet, because this is what can happen. I don't know about you, but I need both my feet to walk for the rest of my life. I don't plan on having my feet cut off because I decided to go somewhere cheap, because they were cheap, to get my feet done. Which brings me to the nail portion. I'm trying to do this quick. See this? I might need to change my lighting here. Yeah, you can see that. These things on these nails are called rings of fire. And I got this picture from a friend of mine, Kimberly, and I don't remember when it was, but I count 8 rings of fire on this woman's fingers, which means it's an average of 16 weeks, 4 months that she's been getting her nails done. Why do you let people do this to your fingers? Because that's not the way that it's supposed to be. When are you going to start taking responsibility for what is being done to your nails? Shouldn't hurt to get your nails done. Shouldn't hurt one bit. I'm fed up with it. See this? Same thing. This woman didn't go every 2 weeks to get her nails done, but you can see her rings of fire all in here. That's because they're using a Dremel with a sanding band and pressing on your nails. She also has MMA on her nails, because you're really not rarely going to find a nail tech who does this to your nails to get a good product to stick. And here's another one that I pulled off the internet. This is horrific. She's actually bleeding under there. I didn't even count her rings of fire. Not to say it's a really shitty nail job too, because those nails are really ugly. They're not even balanced. They're I'm not even going down that road, because my mission is to let you know about the MMA and stuff. But this is not supposed to be done to your nails. So I'm reading stories, I'm watching videos. I spend a lot of time on the computer, YouTube, Facebook. I've been accused of being on Facebook a lot, but most of the time I spend on the computer is related to the business. So anyway, my problem is that I am really tired of the public saying, never going to get a pedicure because that ruins my feet, or that thing ruins my feet, or acrylic is no good for your nails. That's a bunch of bullshit, because the acrylic that, if you're going to one of those places, the chop shops, which is what I call them, that are ruining your nails, it's dirt cheap to get your nails done, you need to look for a better place. If you want to walk around with those rings of fire and cuts all over your feet, your cuticle area all torn apart because you're using that Dremel with this sanding band. And yes, I kept a used one because I used it on someone a long time ago. This is not supposed to be pressed in your nails to make those marks. Anyway, I'm really tired of this, and I'm really fed up with being lumped into the category of I'm not going to get a pedicure anymore because I got an infection from the nail place down the street. By the way, two chop shops in my area have recently closed up. Wonder why? Well, maybe because A, they were not licensed, and B, maybe they kept getting fined and they couldn't support their fines anymore because people were finding out about it. But anyway, that's another whole story for another time. But my issue is I am tired of being lumped into the category of I'm not going to get my nails done anymore because the acrylic ruins your nails. Acrylic doesn't ruin your nails. It's the tech that's applying it that's ruining your nails. And the liquid that most of those places are using is methacrylate, is not allowed to be used on your nails in the state of Pennsylvania. And many other states, by the way. I use ethyl methacrylate, which is allowed to be used on your nails in the state of Pennsylvania. There's a huge price difference. I guess you don't feel you're worth paying the extra money. You know, you'll get the best iPhone, the best Galaxy phone. 7s are out now that are about $700. You're willing to put money out for stuff like that, but then you won't put the money out for what your health. Anyway, stop accusing the pedicure and the acrylic, because it's not that, it's the choices that you are making to go to those cheap places and get that done to your nails and your feet. You come to me, there's hundreds of other nail techs in this country, thousands all over the world, that care about your health, but you're going to pay for a good service. If you want pretty nails, you're going to pay for pretty nails. If you want cheap nails, you're going to pay for cheap nails. There is a difference. You know what? If you want thick nails, and not all nails should be thick. If my clients tell me that they want thick nails and they think that they're paying me, I'll do their thick nails. But that's the other thing too. I've had people say, oh, go 5 weeks without getting my nails done. Really? 5 weeks? Your nails look like crap. Don't brag about going 5 weeks. You know what you're bragging about? You're bragging about that you're too damn cheap to go every 2 weeks to a reputable salon to get pretty nails. Anyway, I'm going to end this with, again, don't lump all nail techs into the category of the problem ones that you go to, because the bottom line is you're choosing to go there. No one is making you go there. And if you're going to continue to go and get dirty implements used, dirty files, boxes that are saved with your name on it that are not even clean, oh my God, that's one of the most disgusting things. Real quick, I'm going to show you. Fully submersed. I don't use this. I just pulled this out. I found this. I stopped using this years ago. But see how these implements are fully submersed? Yeah, that is what your implements need to be. There's another thing that I use. This is what I use because it's you can't see this. I might have to turn this down a little bit. Fully submersed in the Barbicide Plus hospital grade disinfectant. I do not sterilize, autoclave, because I don't feel that it's necessary in the salon environment because I'm not in a sterile field. There are nail techs who use it, and more power to them, but I just don't believe in putting out that money for that type of sterilization in my salon. I'm not giving my clients a false sense of security. I know that my clients are getting top of the line service and clean washed implements. So again, please don't lump the good techs who use the products they're supposed to use on you and do the service the way it's supposed to be done on you. You need to start taking responsibility for where you're going, what you're paying, and start making them do your service the right way. Adios. Have a great night. Bye.